Hello, everyone, again for well, the video that might probably change the face of the season. So, today we're here to prepare a new lineup. A lineup versus one of the toughest, one of the toughest possible matches for us, at least. Of course, this is the match versus Fiorentina 2. It's been marked as the most important match of the day. Of course, this might completely change the face of the league. We truly do not want to miss this opportunity to keep the lead of the league. So, what we're going to do today is a quick analysis of their very last match that they played, and this we're going to analyze this as well, which is a match they have lost. We're going to try to understand why, and this one, same reason, against, of course, our two best opponents this year, who have demonstrated to be very strong, and we have to understand how they could manage to win this match. So let's have a very quick look at their very last match. So they have 9.8. Well, physically not impressive though. Then experience is not impressive here. Well, so far so good in the sense that I cannot see so I cannot see a lot of experience here. Here we've got a good player though, a very good player with low experience anyway. This one guy here is probably one of the best defenders they have, and he was disqualified. So actually, I don't like to say that, but it's good news. 15.6 routine, and this guy over here is not impressive. Still good, but not that impressive actually. So let's have a look at what looks like a very good midfield, though. This one is good, but not special. Alright, there we start seeing very good players, actually. So very experienced. Actually, I think is not a real 4 stars player, still very good. 4.5 stars player, plenty of experience. This guy is a tough customer. 4.5 stars. 4.5 stars for this guy. Not extremely experienced. Still very, very good. But yeah, on the right, I think we have the means to counter these guys. Probably not the same on the left. Just let's have a look afterwards. This guy, very good. Very high routine. Very complete kind of striker. Not impressive with finishing, but still very good player. This stuff I had said that already. This guy over here is very complete, very good technique, which can be dangerous actually versus our defense. Still, well, let's have a look. These guys did not have a defense better than ours. Still, they can manage to win. Slightly defensive wings. Let's see. what that means. So we have a not impressive defense. They haven't got very high routine. They haven't got an immensely high talent either. They're still good defenders, but not impressive actually. The goalkeeper is the one who gives them a little bit more of a I don't know, of a push, so to say. Not impressive reflexes, still handling one-on-ones, aerial ability and stuff like that is good. So yes, he's not going to be an easy catch. The rest is just very good. For one reason or the other, they're just very good. Except for, well, probably this player over here. But they're very good. So, we have a fully forged defense, two midfielders, two regular midfielders, plus two offensive wingers, which might tell us that we actually are watching, in my opinion, why Real Scudriana have tried to play on the wings. They've got good wingers, of course, themselves, but these guys over here are probably lacking at a defensive level. This guy here is lacking routine. This guy here is lacking physical skills. So it's not a bad idea actually. But let's see how we can manage to exploit this. In my opinion, we have to sort of try and bypass the defense and try to attack with a decent amount of strikers or at least offensive midfielders and stuff. Overcoming the midfield, which might be defensively too tough for us, too tough to overcome. So we have to, with long balls, try and reach out to our strikers who might have, I wouldn't say needs a job, but still easier than the midfielders would. So let's see what we can do. What happened here? Must have made a mess earlier. So the defense was made. I really cannot understand what happened here. Somebody must have messed with my telephone. I've got the app on the telephone, and I don't know. Well, let's see. There was a defender here. Well, it's not very important who in this case, because we're going to swap him anyway. So, let's have a look. This was the lineup we used versus who was that? Versus Laguna Isola di Caporizzuto. Yes, was them. And now we have to manage to create a good barrier over here. And not impressive midfield. Well, at least it must be defensive, but not necessarily hyper-filled. Plus a good amount of strikers and offensive midfielders in order to exploit the opponent's lack of defensive qualities. So, where do we start? Of course, well, we might start with Briku, provided that he's been disqualified. Unfortunately, we don't have an offensive midfielder that good. But I think in this case we could do it like so. And it should be fine. Then we have to, of course, change our defense and exploit the best possible one, because we truly need the best of qualities. So to sort this match out, if we're able to. So we might want to go like so. Go and play like so. And as usual, I'd go with Mazzotta on the left, provided the well, heading skills basically, and no, that's heading skills, and yeah, sorry, the crossing skills. Because as I said earlier in the past videos, this guy has high crossing skills, and there's a lot of space here. And according to what the game engine, the match engine, uh, should be, well, at least what it was written to be in the description of the game, this guy over here should be able, provided that there are no players playing here, should be able to go forward a little bit and probably give us a few more crosses into the penalty box. That's summarizing what hopefully will happen. Then I think these are the best players we can play right now. Please, guys, let me know in the comments if you think we should play with one more striker, because I am afraid we cannot do much more than this. Actually, we should probably go as these guys over here. Yeah, they had one striker and two offensive wingers, so I think it should be enough. If it was for them, why shouldn't it be for us? And then Silanaka, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4. They are very good. Oh no, sorry, that was the opponents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, they have spotted these guys are not very strong defense-wise, so they wanted, of course, to exploit the lack of defending skills by the opponents. We might want to do something similar, but I'm afraid we don't have the players to do so. Let me see. Or we might go offensive. The problem with going offensive, let me check what they did. They were slightly attacking. So, according to what our team can do, I'm afraid our goalkeeper would not be able to withstand an offensive mentality on the pitch. So, let's keep it safe. I would rather go. I should go for a defensive lineup then, with plenty of strikers. Yes, I think it's a good idea. Still, we don't have the players to do so. We should. Well, we would have one if it was Bricou. If Bricou could play, but he cannot. So, might we add one striker perhaps? But I'm afraid he hasn't got. He's not experienced enough to do that. Otherwise, what else we could go for? Yossa over here and add one more striker. Nah. Two players over here on the right. I'm sorry, guys. This video is taking a very long time. I know some of you might find it boring. Just skip till the end if you don't want to see the process. But as you might have noticed, I do the videos what I think about what to do in the actual game. So hopefully you appreciate the fact that everything is made live, and that everything is made well. What I do in order to play is what you see in the video, and that's probably going to give you some ideas on how to behave playing yourselves. But, well, of course you do whatever you want to do if you want to skip till the end and see the final lineup, if it is like so or not. of course, you're free to do so. Um, well, we might add one more defender instead of in place of La Camera. Well, do you know what? I think. No, what am I doing? Oh yes, this is too tough, guys. This is just uh, a, such an important match. I cannot. Well, I'm just helpless. I'm doing mistakes all the way through. So show main squad, and we're going to advanced settings and see if we can see something that might help us out. So very high amount of experience here, or at least the highest we could ever reach with our defense. Defensive midfielder was kept on the pitch. We added one midfielder in place of the offensive midfielder, who might be more useful for us right now, but still, he's not there, unfortunately, and we cannot play him. So this guy over here, very useful all the time, nearly. Very good player over here. Hopefully he'll be able to exploit a few lacks of defense over here. And these three guys are in charge of scoring, actually, and hopefully they'll be able to exploit the opponent's weaknesses. That was the summary. So, attacking style and mentality. Well, actually, we're not aiming at a draw. Had it been so, I'd go for very defensive and direct. But in this case, we have to win. We cannot afford to. We cannot allow ourselves to do a draw. So I think we should keep it either normal or slightly defensive, as our fellow opponents have done. Slightly defensive, as you can see. Of course, they saw that these guys are very strong attacking wise. Well, yes, we might go slightly defensive. I think it would be a good strategy, and we're very good, and we're better in offensive terms if we compare ourselves to these guys, and they can manage to win anyway. So, do you know what? We're going to go slightly defensive. It's going to be a very tough match. I'm going to suffer throughout if I ever wanted to watch it. Still, slightly defensive and attacking style. It has to be direct. Long ball, and there we go. Then what we're going to do? Focus side. Of course, as we can see here, this guy is the weakest one, but the middle here, the fullbacks are just not strong enough, in my opinion, to counter our strikers. So I think we could go for a balanced approach and let it be it. Let it be it. Well, guys, this was a very tough choice. It might not seem like so because we didn't have many choices available. Still, if we wanted, we could customize the lineup a little bit more. Like, I don't know, with one more striker with low experience, or I don't know, trying to focus on the central, at the center of the penalty box which might turn out to be more effective. But are we sure about this? Provided that the left back and the right back, I'm talking about the opponents, of course, are not that strong either, or at least not immensely impressive, so to say. Well, we could do whatever. That's why I'm trying to ask you guys to write some suggestions in the comments. What would you do in this situation? Just write it, if possible, before the start of the match, so that we'll be able to appreciate your comments and tell you, yes, you were right, mate. So, thanks a lot again for watching. I'm sorry, this was an impressively long video, probably boring at times, or very boring at times. But this is a very, very important match, which is going probably to affect the whole of the future of this club and this team, of course. So, thanks a lot again for watching, guys, and support this team, especially today for today's match. Thank you, guys. Bye.